What's going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Tuesday, whatever day it is. It's nice to see you all. So I wanted to open up a live stream. As a lot of you know, I just had my first child, so haven't been making as many videos, but I do have some downtime to do a live stream real quick. And for this live stream, I want to cover some common questions that I've been seeing about the Tangem wallet. And then I also know a lot of you, including myself, are waiting for Tangem Pay to come out. And I have some pretty big updates about Tangem Pay, when it's going to be released, where it's going to be released, how it's going to work. And also, the reason I'm doing this live stream today is Tangem is having a sale until May 15th, which is this Thursday. So Thursday will be the last day this sale is going on. And you can get 15% off your entire order using my code CyberSkrilla at checkout. Also, orders over $89, you're going to get free shipping. The only little thing with that is if you buy the ring, it doesn't count towards the free shipping, but you still get the 15% off. And even if you're watching this later after May 15th, that same discount code, which will be down in the description, will get you 10% off your order. So no worries if you can't, get anything today. But without any hesitation, let's get into this. So like I said, I do want to kind of go over just the Tangem wallet. I know some of you are still just discovering Tangem, so I will take a little bit of time to kind of show you some things about Tangem, and then we'll get to Tangem Pay. And any questions you have, make sure that you're dropping them down in the live chat. And I did have to activate like only subscribers can jump in the chat, and I did make it so you had to subscribe for a little bit because there has been some spam in the past, so that's the reason for that. You can unsubscribe after the live stream. I don't really care, but you do have to subscribe if you want me to answer any of your questions. So definitely post them below. And let's get into it. Now, something I wanted to share was this evolution of Tangem, which I just thought was really cool. Tangem technically got started in 2017, but like their oldest wallets, like the Tangem Note, they were mono currency cards. So they really only were able to store one type of cryptocurrency. So Tangem has come a long ways. 2021 was when they released like the first Tangem wallet that supported multiple cryptocurrencies. And I actually have that card that I still use today. This one is a seedless only wallet, so it doesn't have a seed phrase. But yeah, that's just an example. But nowadays they have this. This is like the 2.0 version. This is their latest wallet, and you can set it up with or without a seed phrase. It supports over 80 different blockchains, tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies. And yeah, I mean, it's a really great wallet, especially if you're new to cold wallets. Tangem is always the one that I recommend to beginners because it only takes like a couple minutes to set up, and all you need to use it is your phone. You don't have to charge it or anything. There's no batteries, so it's super cool. And then actually 2024, they released the Tangem Ring, which I'm wearing right here. It works exactly the same as the card, except it's just in a ring format. So if you buy the ring, you get one ring and two cards. So you get a 3-pack of cards. And again, the ring works exactly the same. It's super cool. I've had my ring for about 8 months now. And I do highly recommend it. It's not like fancy by any means. There is a small Tangem logo on the inside, but unless you're really looking for it, you're probably not going to find it. So it's not like anyone's going to know that you're wearing a crypto wallet on your finger unless you tell them. And then this year, what we're all waiting for is Tangem Pay or Tangem Visa. And I'll get into what this is in a bit, but this is basically a self-custodial wallet and debit card that's going to allow you to spend your crypto in stores. So we're all waiting for that. I think the entire crypto industry has been waiting for this and is coming soon. So super excited for that. Just like some quick facts about Tangem, in case you're wondering, more than 3 million cards have been produced. Not a single card has been hacked. Of course, there was the Tangem bug that happened back a few months ago now, which was terrible. Luckily, no one was compromised with that bug, and it has since been fixed. It was fixed shortly after. If you want to learn more about that, just type in Tangem bug on YouTube, and my video will probably be the first one to pop up. And then some other things. One misconception is Tangem is technically a Swiss-based company. So like it was designed, over there, but it's actually manufactured in China. And so are most every other cold wallet. And even if a cold wallet isn't manufactured in China, it's using parts from China because like most of the secure element chips are manufactured in China by companies like Samsung. So yeah, pretty much every hardware wallet uses some kind of technology from China. If that's an issue for you, I don't know what to tell you. But something else that's really cool, Tangem, the card and the ring comes with a 25-year product replacement warranty. So, I mean, it's probably one of the best warranties on the market. They are, both the card and the ring are IP68 rated, which all that means is it's waterproof, it's dustproof, and it's resistant to extreme temperatures. So whether it's like super hot water or freezing temperatures, it's not going to affect your card. Another cool thing is that the Tangem wallet is also resistant to EMPs, electrostatic discharge, and X-ray machines. So, you know, if you're like going through an airport with your wallet or something, you don't have to worry about it getting messed up. And another thing that a lot of people have asked me is like if an NFC skimmer, because Tangem is an NFC card, which is the same technology, you know, that you use at the checkout when you're using like Apple Pay or something. There's something called a Flipper Zero, which is a hacker tool. And this thing can actually like steal credit card information if someone got it close enough to your card. There's a video on YouTube. You could just type in Flipper Zero Tangem. And while it can scan the card, it can't extract any private data from it. So even something like a Flipper Zero is not able to compromise the Tangem wallet. I know a lot of you were wondering about that. And yeah, that's pretty much like my short little spiel about Tangem. Just some cool little facts. It is a mobile-only wallet, so it works with Android and iOS devices, and your phone needs to have full NFC support if you want to use it. I saw someone in the comments already asked if it would work with a smartwatch. It's not going to work with a smartwatch. It's not going to work with like an iPad or a tablet because those don't have full NFC support. And even if they did, Tangem would need to probably reconfigure the app so that it like looked good on those devices. So currently it's only available on Android and iOS devices that have full NFC support. If you're wondering if your phone supports Tangem, just download the Tangem app before you ever buy the wallet, and just make sure like you can open it and stuff. So, and speaking of the Tangem app, I'm gonna make this a little bigger here. Like the Tangem app is where you do everything, and every cold wallet has its own native app for the most part. So when you go to set up your wallet, you're using your phone and the Tangem app. Now, the security comes from the secure element chip that's on the card. So the keys that are used to access your crypto and that you're signing transactions with are always stored offline on that secure element chip inside the card or the ring if you have it. But everything else is done through the Tangem app, and that's one reason why Tangem is the most user-friendly cold wallet on the market. So that means you can do things like send, receive, swap, buy, and sell crypto directly in the app. You can even stake crypto in the app. Hopefully they're going to offer more staking options soon because it's not like super robust yet. And then as I mentioned earlier, it does support more than 14,000 tokens and 80 blockchain networks and 7 languages, which is pretty cool. One thing I do want to mention, actually, you know what? I'll get onto that one later, but because I know I have it as part of the Q&A, which we're going to right now. Again, keep dropping any questions you have, whether it's about Tangem Wallet, the Ring, or Tangem Pay. And if I know the answer, I'll do my best to answer it. But these are just some common questions that I've been seeing about Tangem recently on the channel. So I'll go over it super quick. I know a lot of you here could probably do this live stream because you know Tangem so well. But for those of you who don't know, or maybe you don't know these questions, I just want to run through them real quick. One of the most common questions, what happens if you lose your Tangem cards or the Ring? And it depends. Like, if you have your Tangem wallet set up without a seed phrase, so you set it up as a seedless wallet, so you don't get the 12 or 24 word phrase, and let's say you lose all of your cards, unfortunately, you would lose access to all of your crypto because you don't know your key because a key is stored on the card. And since you chose not to know your key because you didn't want a seed phrase, well, you're pretty much screwed at that point. So in the unlikely event that you were to lose all of your cards at the same time or damage them all at the same time, you would lose access to your crypto. There would be no way to recover it. I think like most people that probably won't happen to, you might lose one card, you know, one day, and then let's say you lose another one the next day, but you have a 3-pack. Worst case, if you're down to like one last card, you could just transfer your crypto to like an exchange or to preferably like another wallet that you might have, whether a software wallet or another cold wallet. until you can get another Tangem card or like another set of cards and then create a new wallet and transfer your crypto back to that. Kind of a hassle. So it's best to just not lose your cards. But that's also why I prefer to, that's why I prefer to use a seed phrase, which I'll get to here in a second. So question number 2, can you add Tangem to multiple phones? So let's say you have your Tangem wallet set up on your iPhone, and then maybe your significant other, you want them to have access to the same wallet. You can set up your Tangem wallet. So like you can set up this one card on as many phones as you want. And it's super simple to do that. You just download the Tangem app on the new phone. And then you just scan the card that's already set up on your other phone. And then it's going to ask you to enter your access code. And when you do that, it will basically import this wallet and you'll have access to that wallet on the other phone. Of course, to make any transactions, you'll always need the physical card to scan to your phone. That's the only way you can sign transactions with the Tangem wallet. But yeah, there's really no limit to how many phones you can connect your Tangem wallet to. Also, something else that's cool, if you want to have multiple sets of Tangem wallets on your phone, you can add, I think Tangem said like close to 60 different wallets, 60 different sets of cards in a single Tangem app. So even if you only have one phone and you just are addicted to Tangem wallets, you like the designs and stuff, or you just want to diversify your crypto into different wallets, you can add a ton of different wallets in the Tangem app. You just tap the 3 little dots at the top of the screen. You hit add new wallet, and then you just go through the setup process like normal. And then to change between your wallets, you just swipe on the top of the screen where your portfolio is displayed, and that'll basically switch between your wallets, which is super cool. So I feel like a lot of people don't know that. You can add so many different wallets to one Tangem app. And this, the third question, what's better, using a seed phrase or not using a seed phrase? And this is just my personal preference. You do what you think is best for you. A lot of people prefer not to use a seed phrase, and that's how Tangem recommends it, because most people, especially beginners who are just getting into crypto, the number one reason that they get hacked, or it's not even a hack, the number one reason they get scammed is because they leak their seed phrase somehow. This could be they fall for some kind of scam where someone reaches out to them and tells them, hey, you need to enter your seed phrase, and they do it. Or they maybe sign like a malicious contract approval, which isn't really specifically with seed phrases. But I think it's more to like the phishing scams where someone receives an email saying they need to like update something, update their Tangem wallet, and then they go and enter their seed phrase, which obviously you should never do. And then they get compromised. So that's the reason Tangem doesn't recommend using a seed phrase. Now, for me, I prefer to use a seed phrase for the reason that if you lose all of your Tangem cards or something happens and they get damaged, I want to be able to access my crypto still. And as long as I have my seed phrase, I will be able to do that. So let's say I set up my Tangem cards with a seed phrase. So I have my 24 words. I lose all of my cards. I can still access my crypto by either buying another wallet. It doesn't even have to be Tangem. It could be like Ledger or Trezor or really any wallet that allows you to import a seed phrase. And I could access that crypto on that wallet. Or I could buy more Tangem cards and then just import my seed phrase there, and I'll have access to my crypto. So really, using a seed phrase just allows you to have more backups of your keys. If you're okay with having 3 backups, which is the maximum you can have with a Tangem wallet if you're using it as a seedless wallet, then go for it, especially if you're responsible and you never lose anything. For me, I lose like my car keys all the time. I'm always misplacing stuff. In a seed phrase, I can just store it away in a safe place and never have to touch it unless it's an emergency. So my preference is I like to use a seed phrase, but that's just what I like to do. Okay. And then another question, what fees does Tangem have? So I've seen a few Reddit threads and some people commenting on the channel. I would kind of call it complaining to me that I don't tell them that Tangem charges ridiculous fees. Now, to be clear, Tangem does not charge any fees. There are no fees to use a Tangem wallet except for the initial purchase price, which, again, if you use my discount code, it's like $40 to $50. And that's the only thing you pay with Tangem. However, if you want to buy, sell, or swap crypto, or even stake crypto natively in the Tangem app, you are going to pay fees to third-party aggregators who provide these services, and these are exchanges like Changely and MoonPay and like OKX and a couple other platforms. And because it's technically more convenient, they're charging a premium as a convenience fee. So if you are buying or selling crypto through the Tangem app, yes, you're going to pay a fee. Yes, it's going to be high. That's why I don't personally do it unless like I'm in a pinch and I just need crypto quickly. But even then, I prefer to just buy my crypto on my preferred crypto exchange. I use Kraken. You might use something like Coinbase or Binance, but I use Kraken. I buy my crypto on the exchange. I do my swaps there if I need to. I send it to my Tangem wallet for safekeeping. And then when I'm ready to take profit and sell it, I'll just send it back to the exchange and sell it there because the fees are going to be much cheaper. And it's really not that much of a more involved process. Like I can literally send my crypto to Kraken, sell it, and withdraw it to my bank account. I can do that actual process in a matter of minutes, and I can have the money in my bank account the same day if I do it early enough in the day. So that's just my preference, but you will pay high fees if you're using the native features within the Tangem app. And this is the case for most any cold wallet because a lot of the cold wallets use these same third-party aggregators like MoonPay. So I do hope that in the future, Tangem partners with some other companies who offer better rates. And now another question that I've seen a couple times, but just something that I want to bring up is traveling with your Tangem wallet. Now, there's a lot of wallets that I probably wouldn't travel with because some of them just look like they're too obvious. They draw too much attention. Like this one is the Engrave Zero. It's a big, bulky device. It doesn't necessarily look like a phone. You don't really know what it is. So not like I'd be using it in public, but even like going through airport security, I don't know if I'd want to bring something like so obvious through the airport, or like, what if I lost my luggage or something? I've seen that happen before. I want it to be discreet. So I have traveled with my Tangem wallet, both the cards and the ring, several times, and I've traveled out of country to like Mexico, and I think I even took it to Israel when I went to Israel, and never had an issue. The wallet still works. No one ever questioned me about it because they don't even know what it is. It just looks like a card or a ring. So if you are someone who wants to travel and have access to their crypto, but make sure that their crypto is still secure, in my opinion, there's no better wallet than Tangem. I know, you can travel with other wallets, but if there's one wallet that I was going to travel with, it's going to be Tangem. Also because it's so durable. Like you could, let's say you're staying at a hotel or something, like, and you don't want to leave stuff in the room, you could wear your ring in the swimming pool. Just don't make sure it doesn't fall off, and nothing's going to happen to it. It's always going to be on you. So yeah, if you want to travel with Tangem, in my experience, completely fine, and I recommend it if you want to travel with your crypto securely. Okay, now what we've all been waiting for, Tangem Pay. So there have been some updates from Tangem. They hosted some kind of conference or just live chat. And I didn't go to it, but I was able to kind of watch the video, take notes. And then, I got their slides and stuff as well. And then kind of put together my own slide, which I want to show you here. So what is Tangem Pay? Tangem Pay is the world's first self-custodial cold wallet that is also a Visa card. So that means you have full control over your crypto. There's no middleman, and you can spend your crypto at any Visa terminal around the world. That's like a short summary of what Tangem Pay is. So you don't have to give up access to your crypto. There's no middlemen that are going to be touching your crypto. It literally remains secured by your wallet at all times. And I'll get into a little more how it works here in a minute. So the traditional Tangem card, it has a secure element chip, which is where the key is stored. But inside the secure element chip, which is inside the card, there is what is called the wallet applet, which is basically software that handles, all the tasks. So that's how you sign transactions with it. Now, the main difference with the Tangem Visa or Tangem Pay is it has the secure element chip still, but that chip is going to be running two applets, the wallet applet, which will handle the blockchain side of things. So that's all the crypto stuff. And then the Visa applet, which is like what your debit card uses. And this is this is what's going to allow you to spend your crypto at Visa terminals all over the world. So the Visa applet handles the fiat side of things. And again, this has never been done before. I'll show you some comparisons of like competitors and how they differ here in a minute. But this is literally the first of its kind. So I think it's huge. Obviously, I want to see how it actually works. I think it's like a really cool concept, but it needs to work to be, successful. So let me try to blow this up a bit here. So this is kind of just like an overview of everything. So the Tangem card, your private keys, just like the current Tangem wallet, for the Tangem Visa card, your private keys will be stored on the physical card. So it is a self-custodial cold wallet. And you can use it at, again, any Visa terminal. You can use it at ATMs to withdraw cash. So you can literally take your crypto and turn it into cash at an ATM if you want to. And you can also use it, wherever like Apple Pay and Google Pay is accepted. There will be a Tangem Pay app as well. And I believe, almost positive, this will be separate from the current Tangem app. But it'll be like a similar setup. I love the Tangem app, how user-friendly it is. So I don't expect anything less from the Tangem Pay app once it's released. And basically, this is where you'll be able to do everything, which I'll talk about in a second. And the best thing about Tangem Pay is because it's all done, on the blockchain, the crypto side of things. It's available 24/7. Again, there's no like middleman that you have to reach out to. All the crypto stuff is still handled on the blockchain, just like any cold wallet. It's pretty cool. So this is kind of like in the original PDF that Tangem used for the presentation, they have like this diagram that's pretty complicated. I was studying it for like a couple hours, I feel like. So I kind of broke it down into two parts to really simplify it, at least until we get more information on how it really works, and maybe we could get a demo on how it works. So broke it down into two parts. Part one is the Tangem Pay app, and this will be like the control center for the Tangem Visa card. This is how you'll be able to order the wallet. I'm sure you'll also be able to order it on their website, but you'll probably need to download the app, order the cards, and go through the KYC process. The KYC process, know your customer. There's no way around that for the Visa side of things. Obviously, you're not doing KYC for like the self-custodial wallet part. But if you want to be able to use this card at a Visa terminal, you have to go through KYC. There is literally no way around that. That's just how the world works. So it sucks, but that's the reality of it. So yeah, you can order the card through the Tangem Pay app. You'll also use the app to set up and activate your card. And you'll still be able to buy, sell, send, and receive crypto through the Tangem Pay app, just like you can with the current Tangem app. You can check your balance, your crypto balance. You can also see all of your transaction history. And then, of course, you can send peer-to-peer payments, just like with any crypto wallet. If you had even just any cold wallet, I could send you crypto from my Tangem Pay wallet to your Ledger wallet, for example. So the Tangem Pay app is, again, it's the central hub for the Visa card. Part two is called the Tangem Bridge. Now, this is like the background where everything happens. And this is where things got kind of complicated. So I tried to simplify it as much as possible. But it's super cool. And this is what makes Tangem Pay stand out from every other crypto debit card on the market. So again, this is what handles everything behind the scenes. Tangem Bridge converts your crypto to fiat in real time at the point of sale. So let's say, you go to the grocery store, your total comes out to $50, and then you scan your Tangem Pay card in real time. Your card is it's communicating to the blockchain, and the Tangem Bridge is checking that you have enough crypto to cover the transaction. Then it's actively spending that crypto and then telling the Tangem Visa applet that you have enough crypto to cover the $50 in fiat, and then it will deduct that, and Tangem, the Visa side of things, will do its thing and basically spend your money, and that's how you spend your crypto like fiat. It also handles all the compliance stuff like KYC and AML, anti-money laundering. And yeah, it works with liquidity providers to make sure there's actual cash available for the transaction. So Tangem Bridge is, yeah, I mean, this is how the entire Tangem Pay ecosystem is going to work. And it works directly with the blockchain. And that's why I think this is like an insane product. Again, I want to see it in action. But if this works exactly how it's designed, I think it's going to be pretty crazy. So just some quick benefits of Tangem Pay versus the current Tangem wallet. Now, I've also seen a lot of people they're saying they're not going to buy the current Tangem wallet, which is this one, and they're waiting for Tangem Pay to come out. That's fine if that's what you want to do, but Tangem Pay is not going to replace the current Tangem wallet, to my knowledge. That wouldn't really make any sense because not everyone is going to want to have all of their crypto stored on like a Visa cold wallet. The cool thing about Tangem Pay is that it still will work with the current Tangem wallet. In fact, Tangem Pay is going to work with really any crypto wallet. So Ledger, Trezor, even hot wallets like MetaMask, Trust Wallet. You'll be able to link the two together and spend crypto from any other wallets you have. So if you're like holding out, waiting for Tangem Pay before you get a cold wallet, that's up to you. I wouldn't personally risk it if you have your crypto stored on like an exchange right now or in a hot wallet. If you've watched the channel, you know me, I'm big on cold storage. So I wouldn't be waiting. You might not have any crypto to spend if you keep waiting to secure it with a cold wallet. So whether it's Tangem or some other cold wallet, I would definitely get your crypto into a cold wallet while you wait for Tangem Visa to come out, knowing that when it does come out, you'll still be able to use Tangem Visa even with your current cold wallet if you want to do that. Or you could just transfer your crypto from your current cold wallet to Tangem Visa and kind of use like Visa as your checking account, and you can use your other cold wallet as your savings account. There's going to be a lot of ways to use this. That's why I'm so excited for it. But some key benefits, again, you keep full control of your assets. Never at any point does Tangem or Visa or anyone have access or control over your crypto. You remain in full control because you own the keys to your crypto, and your crypto always remains on the blockchain. This will be accepted at over 130 million Visa terminals all over the world. So again, wherever Visa is accepted, you will be able to spend your crypto. You got instant card-to-card transfers. So maybe you have multiple Visa cards, or someone else has a Tangem Visa card and you want to pay them. You can send it right to their card. And depending on what blockchain you're using, it's pretty much going to be an instant payment. It's super crazy. But you also get the cold wallet level security. So you're not sacrificing security by using the Tangem Pay wallet, because again, it is a cold wallet that lets you control your keys, and it'll work with Apple Pay and Google. And that's one thing that I saw on the original slideshow that they had, is that it looks like you'll be able to use Tangem Pay. You could either have the physical card. So let's just pretend this is the Tangem Pay card. So you'll have this physical card, and this will be a cold wallet Visa card, and this isn't confirmed yet, but from the looks of it, you will be able to use like the Tangem Pay app as a software wallet. So you'll be able to, scan your phone at checkout and spend your crypto from your phone. So that might be something that we will be seeing as well, but that's not confirmed. But that's, if I read it right, that's what's coming. So either way, super cool. Okay, so this is a comparison with the current other cards on the market. So we have Tangem Visa here at the top. Custody type, it's self-custodial, meaning you own and control the keys, no one else does. There's a cold wallet built into the Visa card, and that's where it stands out from all the competition. It's the only Visa card that has a cold wallet in the card. And that's really what makes it stand out. And it is a multi-currency card versus something like Ledger card. That's external custody. I think Ledger and Banex or something has like partial control over your funds if you use that card. and there isn't a cold wallet on the card. Same with the Coinbase card. That's a custodial card. So your crypto is stored on the crypto exchange, I believe, which if you have your crypto stored on an exchange, you don't actually control it or own it. The exchange does. What's another popular card? Gnosis Pay. Yeah, none of them are actually true self-custodial wallets. They're either custodial, some kind of external custodial, or some kind of like hybrid shared custody wallet. Tangem, again, is the only self-custodial wallet where you remain in full control of your crypto. I will say that MetaMask is coming out with the card. It looks like it's going to be self-custodial as well. But yeah, that's just something to look out for. You know, if you don't want to go with Tangem, be on the lookout for the MetaMask card. Okay, so the big question. When are we going to see Tangem Pay? So there's no set date yet. And it's not going to be available in the US at first. I don't know why. I don't know if it's something like with US and our regulations, or if it's just a decision that was made by Tangem or by Visa. But it is launching in Europe and the UK first. You know, I don't know how long after that we'll have to wait. If you're in the States, I don't know how long. I would hope it's going to be this year. I think we'll probably see it launch in Europe, I would say by like, I'm hoping Q3 of this year. So within the next few months, and maybe we see it in the US by the end of the year. But don't quote me on that. That's just kind of my wishful thinking. But the goal is, Tangem did confirm, the goal is that this will be available worldwide, but it is just starting in kind of like a testing phase, if you will, in Europe and the UK first. And that's why I say don't wait for Tangem Pay to come out. If you're looking for some kind of solution to secure your crypto, get a cold wallet now, get your crypto secure. That way, when Tangem Pay comes out, you'll have your crypto to spend, because, you know, if you're storing your crypto anywhere else, you're more prone to getting hacked or getting scammed. So make sure you have a cold wallet, you're using it effectively. That way you'll be able to enjoy Tangem Pay when it comes out. Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions, definitely drop them in the live chat, and I'm going to go through the live chat now. If you're just joining, you'll be able to watch this video, you know, after I end the stream, and also you can ask questions in the comments even after the live stream is over, and I'll try to answer them. And again, if you're just joining, or if you join late, Tangem is having a sale right now. It ends on Thursday, is the last day to take advantage of it. And if you use my code CyberScroll at checkout, you get 15% off your entire order. If your order is more than $89, you also get free shipping. The ring is excluded from the counting towards the $89 for the free shipping, but the CyberScroll discount code gets you 15% off literally everything. Plus you get that free shipping. So definitely take advantage of that. And the code, or if you just want to click on the link, is in the description for you. Okay, so I'm going to start bringing up some of your comments and questions. So bear with me because it usually takes a while. Let me scroll through. Yeah, it usually takes a while for me to get through these, so I'm going to bust through them. Doug said, yo, what's up, Doug? Thanks for joining us on this live stream. Shell says hi. Hello, Shell. Peter, what's up, Peter? I answered this question earlier. HR777 said, does Tangem work with a smartwatch? Tangem does not work with a smartwatch. It only works with iOS and Android mobile devices with full NFC capabilities. Lumina, hi. Hello, hello. Peace and prosperity, my brother. Have a new Tangem card about a year ago and haven't set it up. It came with 2 cards. Now I see they come with 3 cards. I use and love Decent Wallet the most. Yeah, I'm not sure why you haven't set up your Tangem wallet yet. I mean, even with 2 cards, that's completely fine, especially if you're using the seed phrase, because you can create as many copies of your seed phrase as you want. So you're not reliant on those 2 cards. You're reliant on your seed phrase. So I would definitely set up Tangem and try it out. In my opinion, it's a much better wallet than Decent. In fact, I don't recommend the Decent wallet because it is completely closed source. So there's no way to tell like if they have access to your seed phrase or anything, because they don't disclose any of the information on how their wallet works. I'm talking about Decent right now. That's why I've never recommended their wallet on this channel. I know a lot of people like it. It's just not something I would ever use. But that said, definitely you should set up your Tangem wallet, at least set it up and look at it, right? Like you don't have to put crypto on it, but just set it up and try it out. Marvin, Mr. Skrilla, you are the man. Thank you, sir. Short coin, Tangem Pay is coming. Yes, it is. It's been a long time coming. We've been waiting, I think, like 2 years at this point. But everything with like, the financial sector, but especially crypto, it just takes so long to get anything done, especially when you're doing something this big and innovative like Tangem Pay. So, I'm not going to put all the blame on Tangem. I feel like they want this product just as much as we do, right? I mean, ultimately they have a business to run, and I'm sure they're going to generate a lot of revenue from Tangem Pay. But I'm sure there are a lot of things that they need to cover before they release this to the public. And I'm sure there's like a lot of legal things behind it too. So that's why my hope is once it's released, it's going to be awesome. And we'll forget that we had to wait 2 or however many years, right? Marvin, yes to Tangem Pay. Mo, is it being phased in starting Q4? So yeah, it does sound like it is being phased in. Again, Tangem Pay will initially be available in Europe and the UK, and then hopefully more countries after that. Shortcoin, I love the wallet. Had it for a year. I'm assuming you're talking about Tangem. It's definitely a solid wallet. I've had this OG Tangem wallet, multi-currency wallet, for I think 3 or 4 years now. So this one is a seedless wallet. So I do have one Tangem wallet that I use as a seedless wallet, and I use it fine. It's just, it is what it is. But yeah, Tangem is awesome. Will there be a Tangem ring payment? So again, you will be able to use Tangem Pay with any of your other crypto wallets. You'll be able to basically link them. It'll still be secure. So if you want to spend the crypto that's on your Tangem ring using Tangem Pay, you will be able to do that. But I don't think there will be like a Visa ring per se. Samsung is of South Korea. Okay. Well, I'm sure they have factories and facilities in China. So, Nestor, new Tangem Visa, great cold wallet and look as well. Does it have RFID and NFC support? Yes, it's going to, it'll likely have both of those, because you're going to scan it at payment terminals. So it's going to have that for sure. Will you be able to add Tangem Pay to Apple Pay? Yes, you'll be able to use Tangem Pay with Apple and Google Pay. McDonald, love Tangem, works great. Yeah, it does. I've had like some minor issues with Tangem over the years that I've owned it. And it's actually never been with Tangem, but with, again, those third-party providers that provide like buy and sell services. They're kind of a pain in the butt. Again, that's why I recommend just like using your preferred crypto exchange. I know a lot of people do use the buy and sell options in Tangem without any issues. But for me, it's just easier to use like an external platform. I will say that I do use the swap function quite a bit in Tangem, because they do offer a decentralized option for that, which is better than a centralized option. But when it comes to buying and selling crypto, yeah, I just like to use like a crypto exchange for that and then send it to my Tangem wallet. Tangem Pay, KYC, and release date. Already went over that. You will have to do KYC for the Visa side of things. Release date, we don't have one. Rick G, have you bought crypto through Tangem? Is the fees higher or lower than the exchanges? Again, buying and selling crypto directly through Tangem, you're going to pay higher fees. These fees are not charged by Tangem, but by the third parties that they have implemented on their app. And you're basically paying a convenience fee. So that's why I like to buy and sell my crypto on my preferred exchange. How do you stake crypto ADA in the app? So I don't believe Tangem has native ADA staking yet. I think that's something that's on their roadmap. There are ways, like you can still connect your Tangem wallet to external platforms and stake using those platforms. However, if Tangem is your main cold storage wallet where you keep like your entire crypto portfolio, I don't recommend connecting it to external platforms. for security reasons. However, if that's something you want to look into, just type in how to stake crypto on Tangem. Just type that in on Google, and they actually wrote up an article on how to stake various cryptocurrencies using external platforms outside of the Tangem app. Are we aware of any daily limits for using Tangem Pay? Nope, I haven't seen any limits. I think all of those will come like probably once the product is released. We'll probably see more about like fees and limits. There definitely won't be a limit from the Tangem side of things because it's, it runs on the blockchain. There are no limits on the blockchain. If there are any limits, it's going to come from the Visa side. So Lavon Lawrence, I recently received my tracking number info for Tangem Ring wallet, just waiting patiently for it to arrive. I've seen review videos on Tangem Ring, and I saw one about the ring breaking apart. Yeah, so I've also seen those comments about the ring breaking, which, is probably true. I don't know why else they would say that. That said, I have been using my ring for, I think, 8 months now. I've traveled with it. I've dropped it on cement. There's not even a scratch on it. Still works fine. That said, I think a lot of the current Tangem Ring orders are taking a while because they might be trying to fix that issue where they had a couple batches or a couple of rings that were fragile for some reason. So I think the reason a lot of people are waiting for their Tangem Rings is they're working with the manufacturer to get this fixed so that you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, once you get the Tangem Ring, I think you'll really enjoy it. It's super cool. Hop Tard, love my wallet or love my Tangems. Lumina, if I buy 2 sets of 3 cards, can I make 3 wallets using 2 cards in each wallet? Yes, you can do that. So all you need to set up a Tangem wallet is a minimum of 2 cards. So if you buy 2 sets of 3, you have 6 cards. Yeah, you can create 3 wallets. Yeah, so that's not correct. You can create three wallets if you have 6 cards. Just want to make that clear. When I move crypto from exchange to Tangem wallet, will it show that I own it in the exchange? No, because you don't own it in the exchange. That's why you're moving it. You're taking it. So I'm going to get a little technical here for a second. Crypto isn't stored on exchanges or in wallets. Crypto only exists in one place. That's on the blockchain. Now, when you store crypto in something like an exchange, you're just storing it at a specific address on the blockchain. In the case of a crypto exchange, that address that you're storing your crypto on is controlled by the exchange because they control the keys. That's why I don't like keeping my crypto on an exchange. Since they have control, that means they can do things like freeze your funds. They can lock your account. That's not self-custodial. That's what's called a custodial wallet. So if you get a cold wallet and you transfer crypto from the exchange to a cold wallet, what you're really doing is transferring the crypto on the blockchain from the crypto exchange address to your cold wallet address. And that cold wallet address you have complete control over because you control the keys. So to be clear, when you transfer crypto from an exchange, it deducts that amount from it doesn't deduct it, but it will deduct it in the platform. So let's say you have $100 worth of Solana on Coinbase. You send it to Tangem. Now you have $0 on Coinbase and you have 100. It just moves it from one address to another. So, and another question I see a lot is, does the price of crypto still fluctuate if you put it into a cold wallet? Yes, because you're not actually putting it into a cold wallet. Again, crypto only exists on the blockchain. The blockchain is active 24/7. Prices fluctuating constantly. So no matter where you're storing your crypto, the price will be going up and down. Goose Park Productions, glad I made it. Glad you made it too. Thanks for being here. My Creations, I was wondering what the discount code was because I don't remember seeing it anywhere, and I was thinking of getting one and want you to get credit when I do. Yeah, if you use my discount code or the link in the description, I will get that affiliate commission and you get the 15% off. So it's a win-win. I do appreciate you using that code. M. Lewis, your vids are always so informative. I really appreciate all you do. Thank you so much. That's always the goal, is just to provide value. So I hope I'm doing that for y'all. Goose Park Productions, got a trophy. Marius, can you use cards and ring together? Yeah. So like my ring, and I have this ring here, ring and 2 cards. These are all the same wallet. So it doesn't matter which one I'm using. I can scan the ring if I want to, or I can scan this card, or I can scan this card. It's the same wallet because it has the same keys. And that's why the ring comes with 2 backup cards. So when you buy the ring, again, you get the actual ring and you get 2 cards. That's what you're going to get. And these will, if you, assuming you set them all up, this will all be the same wallet. So Emily was, how can you change the address for a certain crypto? I'm not sure what you mean by change the address. If you're talking about like generating a new receiving address for a crypto in your wallet, Tangem does not support that yet. Like with wallets like Ledger, let's say you have like an Ethereum address, you can generate like different Ethereum addresses. Tangem does not support that yet. It's a feature that we've all been waiting for, and it is still on the roadmap. But I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to, but that's kind of what I got from that question. If Tangem Pay won't be a self-custody, Tangem Pay won't be a self-custody debit card like MetaMask card. It's dead before it launches. Well, Tangem Pay is going to be the first self-custodial debit card. So yeah, don't have to worry about that. Seems Tangem Wallet would be best for stable coin usage. Maybe you're referring to Tangem Pay. Yes, it would probably be good for stable coin. And that's another thing. I don't know what cryptocurrencies will be able to spend with Tangem Pay. Maybe it's just stables. Maybe it's Bitcoin. Maybe it's Ethereum. Maybe it's everything. Like imagine going to like Walmart and buying your groceries with something like Dogecoin or Pepe. I think that'd be pretty cool. I feel like a lot of people probably won't want to spend their Bitcoin because I feel like Bitcoin is more a store of value than it is like I'm going to the store and buying groceries with it. So yeah, I hope they have a lot of options to spend with it. Lazarus, will it have cashback and rewards? I have no idea. No idea. Is it available already? Is there a commission fee on the buys? No, it's not available yet. But trust me, if you're following the channel, you will be the first to know when Tangem Pay is available. And again, it's not going to be available in the US at first, only in Europe and UK, and then other countries after. As far as, commission on buys, I'm assuming Visa is going to get their cut somehow. I could be wrong. I don't know. We have to wait and see for all the final details. And that said, it'll probably be even different. Like the fees in Europe might be different than they are in the US. So I personally hope you can earn rewards on Tangem Pay Visa card. Yeah, that would be cool. I feel like if they do some kind of reward system, it might not be available at first, but maybe that's something, especially if the community is saying that's something they want, maybe that's something they can work towards. Do we know if there will be fees for using Tangem card with Visa? Not sure if there will be any fees. So that's actually kind of interesting. There are definitely going to be fees on the blockchain side because anytime you transact on the blockchain, you have to pay a blockchain fee. So let's say you can spend some Solana. Let's say you have $100 of Solana. You go to the store and your total is $20 and you use your Tangem Pay card to buy whatever it was. You're definitely going to pay blockchain fees on Solana because you're changing your crypto. You're basically cashing it out. So there are going to be fees for that. It's going to depend on what blockchain network you're using, and that fee will be deducted. It'll be deducted directly from your crypto portfolio or from your from your crypto portfolio. So it's not like you have to like put more money in. But yeah, it's going to depend on what network you're using. A network like Solana has really low fees. It's like 3 cents or less. So it really depends what network we're going to be able to use to cash out with Tangem Pay. Stone Ombre 1. Okay, so if you have multiple crypto coins on your wallet, which one does a Visa use? We don't know yet. We don't know the specifics of that. So I'm sure, obviously, those are things that are they're all thinking of and will have a solution to, but they have not told us how that's going to work. So I don't have an answer for you. My creations, when you go to use Tangem Pay to use crypto and exchange it for fiat at a retailer for fiat cash, does it ask you which cryptocurrency on your account you want to use? Again, we don't know yet. I'm sure there will be a solution to that. I'm sure Tangem has already thought of that. I would use Tangem Pay containing stable coins once regs get passed and use Tangem Wallet as my bank. Yeah, that's a good point. Kind of what I was saying earlier is like your Tangem Visa card, it does technically allow you to be your own bank. Like that's the crazy part about this entire thing is when you have your Tangem Pay card, you're literally your own bank. There's no middleman. It's just you and the blockchain network and your crypto. So super cool. But yeah, if you kind of want to set it up like Tangem Pay, the Visa card will be your checking account. So you just like send funds to that card, whenever you want to spend them. And then you have a separate like Tangem wallet. That's your like crypto vault or your savings account. I think that's going to be a cool way to do it. Joe, does this eliminate having to send your crypto back to an exchange? Well, it depends. I would say it depends because if you just want to like, let's say you have $10,000 in, let's say Bitcoin, for example. Let's say you want to cash that out because you want $10,000 liquid in your bank account. I don't necessarily think like Tangem Pay will be the best way to do that because Tangem Pay is literally just for like paying for stuff at payment terminals. So if you want to like just quickly get that Bitcoin into cash, you're still going to want to sell it. And that cash is going to, go into your bank account where you'll have physical cash. So if your goal is to like convert all of your crypto into cash, I don't think that'll be the solution for it. If your goal is just to spend your crypto, then yes, Tangem Pay is that solution. Sinister Silverado, KYC is unacceptable. Yeah, it sucks, but unfortunately, if we want this kind of product, that's what has to happen because that's how it operates. Again, the KYC is for the Visa side of things. There's no KYC for the crypto side, like for your wallet address or anything like that. It's only for the Visa side of things. And that is required. Panthera, congrats on the kid and thank you for the update. Yes, I appreciate that. So I've been with the newborn, I've been getting about 4 hours of sleep. And sometimes it's all at once. Sometimes it's split up between like a couple naps. 4 hours for me is pretty good. Like after 4 hours of preferably, just one 4-hour nap, like I feel pretty good, ready to go. I already stayed up kind of late before I had a kid. But if it's like 4 1-hour naps throughout the day, I feel wrecked the next day. But yeah, fortunately, I was able to get some good sleep last night. I don't look like crap today. And I'm able to do this live stream. So shout out to my wife for holding down the fort while I'm here doing this. Lumina, have you ever used Unstoppable Wallet? I heard that the 24-word seed phrase plus passphrase format can be restored in that app. If it restores a wallet to such a hot wallet, will a seed be stored in that? So yeah, like any cold wallet, whether it's Tangem or Ledger, if you can take that seed phrase and import it into any wallet that basically uses, the BIP39 seed phrase, which is basically all wallets. So like you can create a seed phrase on Tangem and import it into MetaMask, for example. If you do that, your cold wallet basically becomes useless at that point because to your point, if you import your seed phrase into a hot wallet or a software wallet like Unstoppable or Trust Wallet or whatever, that is now a hot wallet because your keys is now stored in that application. So it's not something you'd want to do unless, you don't want your cold wallet anymore. You try to keep those keys separate. So your Tangem wallet should be one seed phrase and your Unstoppable wallet should be one seed phrase. But if you're in a pinch, for example, and you just like lose your Tangem cards, but you still have your seed phrase and you need to access your crypto immediately, then that is an option. You can import your seed phrase and passphrase combo if that wallet allows you to into a hot wallet. Joe, should you store all your crypto in one cold wallet or is it a good idea to have multiple? So my personal preference is I have a lot of different cold wallets, and they all have different amounts of crypto in them. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. Like maybe you're comfortable having $1,000 in each wallet, or maybe you're comfortable having $10,000 in each wallet. I think it is super important to diversify your crypto into different wallets. That way, if one wallet does get compromised for some reason, you messed up one day, you don't lose all of your crypto, but it's really up to you to determine how much crypto you feel comfortable leaving in each wallet. Again, I have like probably over 30 wallets. Now I don't use all of the wallets to secure my crypto. It's just, part of having this YouTube channel is, I have to test and review them, and sometimes I go back to them. But I do have a lot of different wallets that all have different amounts of crypto on them. So I don't think it's a bad idea. The unknown. They should let you throw rewards on your Visa card, your Tangem Pay. Yep, rewards would be cool. A2 easy. Which two wallets do you use? So I use Tangem the most. It's just too convenient not to. I use my Tangem wallet multiple times a week for different reasons that I won't get into. But I would say like my top three wallets right now, just that I use personally: Tangem, Ledger, and Trezor. And then I have some other wallets that have different amounts of cryptocurrencies. And it's not because like I don't trust the other wallets. Like I have some crypto, almost dropped that, stored on my Ngrave wallet, but I just don't use them that much. It's not because I don't like them or because they're not secure. It's just, before I started this channel, like I already had a Ledger wallet. I already had I had a system set up already. And so I haven't really changed that system because why fix it if it's not broken? But yeah, like I really enjoy Ledger wallet. I especially enjoy the Ledger Flex. So my first cold wallet ever that I got in like 2020 was the Ledger Nano X. I still have that wallet. It still works. The battery has died, but I just plug it in to use it. But I really enjoy the Ledger Flex, which I have somewhere. Oh, Ledger Flex is probably like my favorite wallet with the screen right now, just because it's more affordable than the Ledger Stacks and it works exactly the same. And then I really like the Trezor Safe 3. It's not a touchscreen, but it just does its job and it does it well. So I would say those are like my top wallets. Eric Choi, I wouldn't want to have the cold wallet and Visa card together. When you flash this card out, you attract unnecessary attention. Scammers spot their next target by scanning at the checkout. I mean, the Tangem Visa card will probably look like any other card. I don't think anyone's going to like notice it's a crypto card. I don't think it's going to have like a big Bitcoin logo on it or something. I mean, maybe they'll come out with a version of that. I think it'll just look like a standard Visa card. And if it's using the same secure element chip that's found in the current Tangem wallet, no one's going to be able to like use a skimmer on that card. I mean, they'll be able to scan it, but they won't be able to extract any private information from it. So I'm not personally concerned about that or worried about that. But again, that kind of goes back to like, if you want to play it smart, maybe you're a little more paranoid, just transfer enough crypto to your Tangem Pay wallet, just enough that you want to spend, and then have a separate wallet that's like your savings account. A2 easy. I had the Shiba Inu Tangem wallet, but looking for a different one like Ledger. So the Shiba Inu, I think, is the 1.0 card, which is like this multi-currency one. I think it's basically this exact card, just with the Shiba Inu design. I mean, I don't know what you're looking for specifically, but I like the 2.0 version better because you can generate, your seed phrase. So if you're looking for a different wallet, maybe you could get a 2.0 Tangem, or the Ledger Flex if you go to my channel, or just type in YouTube Ledger Flex review or best cold wallets. You'll see I have reviews for all these different kind of wallets. The things that I would say when you're looking for a new cold wallet, the things that I like to check, the very first thing you should check, in my opinion, is the currency support. Does it support the cryptocurrency that you plan to hold in it? All wallets support, different types of cryptocurrencies and blockchain networks. And if a wallet doesn't support the crypto you want to hold, then there's no point in researching it any further, in my opinion, because you're not going to be able to use it to store your crypto. So the first thing I would check, whatever wallet you're going to get, check to ensure that it supports the crypto you want to hold, and then go from there. Drop top driver. Turn them doesn't feature transaction history for all my. Tangem doesn't feature transaction history for all your coins. Yeah, I've noticed that the Tangem app doesn't show transaction history for everything. However, crypto lives on the blockchain, which is a digital public ledger, which is literally just a list of transactions. So you can always view your transactions in crypto. You just have to go to just type in your wallet address on like the blockchain explorer. Like if you want to see all your transactions on Ethereum, you just go to etherscan.io, paste your Ethereum address in there, and it's going to show you every single transaction that you've ever done. It'll show you the times, which wallet addresses you interacted with, what type of transaction it was, what crypto it was, what the price of that crypto was at the time of the transaction, what it's worth now. Literally everything you want to know about your wallet and your crypto, you can see it on the blockchain. If you don't know how to read the blockchain, you might want to look into that. It's pretty easy. You could use something, I think, like blockchain.info. If you just like paste your wallet address in there, it'll show you all the transaction history you want to know. I know that's not like very convenient. I think it should be displayed like in our cold wallets. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So if you really need to look at your transaction history, you can look on the chain. You could also use something like coinledger.io, which is what I use to report my crypto taxes. But it also allows you to import all of your wallet transactions and exchange transactions. They also have a free portfolio tracker that shows you your profit and loss. So there's a lot of tools out there to kind of see, where you're at with your transactions. Trampster. So you could get a loan using your crypto as collateral from a decentralized provider, transfer your loan to either your cold wallet or Tangem Pay account without interference from any third parties. Yeah, I think you could technically do that. And I think there are already things like that in place in the current crypto ecosystem. So yeah, I think, there's so much that we could do with Tangem Pay. Gowdy, what's your thoughts on the ability to buy, sell SHIB and pork anytime soon? Are you talking about like within the Tangem app, or because I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like a lot of that stuff, you kind of have to use a decentralized exchange. So like if I'm buying something like pork, which is a meme coin on Ethereum, I'm using a hot wallet for that, like MetaMask. I call it my burner wallet. I don't keep any crypto on it. I just put crypto on it when I want to buy something like pork. So I'll use a hot wallet to buy that stuff. And then I use an exchange like Pawn0x or Uniswap. And then, that's where I do the swap. And then I'll send it to my Tangem wallet to store it there. And then, if I want to take profit, I'll send it back to my hot wallet, swap it for like USDT or a stable coin, and then cash it out. But really the reason if there's like a coin or a token that you can't buy or sell on Tangem, it's because those third-party providers don't support those tokens. So it won't be available until those providers support those tokens. And that's a cool thing about decentralized exchanges is they support every token. So that's why I use them. That's like a whole nother topic. Rennie, will Tangem still make the cards they make now after the Visa cards come out? Yes, they will. The unknown, do you think they're going to add a rewards program? Don't know. Crypto Gamer, does the swap option come with high fees? If you're referring to the current Tangem wallet swap option, they're definitely, I actually compared it. So I tried swapping on Kraken, which is my preferred exchange, and then I swapped within the Tangem app, and I got almost the exact same rate. But it's going to depend on which crypto you're swapping, which pairs you're swapping. So it's worth checking. Like if you have a crypto exchange account already, like go and see how much it's going to cost to do it there, and then compare it to Tangem. In my experience, really the buying and selling feature in the Tangem app is where the high fees come in. Swapping is hit or miss, but I've had pretty good luck swapping through Tangem, and that's why I do it sometimes. I just joined. I didn't get it. I didn't get is another type of card that we need to buy, or the 2.0 type one. So Tangem Pay is going to be a completely separate product from the current Tangem wallet. So if you're referring to Tangem Pay, that will be a Visa card. It's not out yet. So yeah. Don't you think that the merchants and Visa together should define which coins will be used for payments first? Probably. I'm sure they already have. I don't know, honestly. Thanks. Thank you for being here. Dwayne Jones. Hope Tangem Pay lets you transact in fiat in real time with any crypto Tangem supports or mini, unlike MetaMask card. Yeah, so it will definitely let you transact in real time. As far as which cryptos, we don't know yet. So I'm right there with you. Will Tangem cards now have Visa? Ricky Versa World. Tangem Pay, which is Tangem's Visa card, is a completely separate product that will work with the current Tangem wallets, as well as other wallets like Ledger, Trezor, Keystone, MetaMask, Trust Wallet, whatever it is. You'll be able to use the Tangem Visa card with your other cold wallets. So Skrilla, your opinion is that Decent wallet is unsafe. Why? I briefly already explained it. It's completely closed source, so we don't know how they generate keys or if the method they use to generate keys are safe. We don't know anything, and that's what it means by closed source, is that how the wallet operates, how it functions. They keep it private to themselves within the company. So as users, we have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. So we wouldn't know if there was some kind of backdoor because they don't let us in on what's going on. That's why I don't recommend Decent. Now, even Tangem is partially closed source. The Tangem app is 100% open source, so we can at least see how the keys are generated. That's why I still like Tangem. But again, Decent, there's no way that we can confirm that anything they claim is true because they're closed source. Thank you for everything you do. I ended up purchasing a Ledger Flex from your expert advice, and I watched many of your videos. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy that Ledger Flex. Definitely a solid wallet. How are the fees for trading, buying, and selling? Is it better or worse than other wallets? And thank you for all your hard work. So I did go over this earlier. The fees for buying and selling and swapping in the Tangem wallet, they're going to be similar to any other cold wallet on the market because they all use the exact same or similar third-party providers. Midwest Man 28, looking forward to this. So am I, for sure. So can I use it with NordVPN in America? I'm not sure what you mean if you can use it with a VPN. Maybe like you're talking about at the payment terminal, you're thinking you're going to have to be connected to the internet. I'm sure, like if your phone has a VPN on it and you're just using your phone service, I'm sure there's not going to be an issue with that. If I exchange coins to other coins using Changely, Change Now, etc., in the Tangem app, will the fees be comparatively higher? So yes, the fees will be higher using those platforms than if you were to transfer to a crypto exchange and buy or sell there, in my experience. If you're just joining, you can rewatch this video once the live is ended. Tangem Pay is not available yet. It will be available this year, starting in Europe and the UK, and then other countries later. Michael, why Tangem wallet address always be flagged by Binance? I'm not sure. That's you probably need to add the address to your address book. Binance has no way of knowing that specific address is like you're using it on a Tangem wallet, so it's not a Tangem thing. Like all blockchain addresses are just that. They're addresses on the blockchain. They're not like, oh, this is a Ledger blockchain address and this is a Tangem blockchain address. There's no such thing as that. So it sounds like you need to maybe add that specific address to your address book because the reason it's probably being flagged is that it's either not in your address book or maybe you haven't interacted with it a lot or it's like a new address. Like if it's your first time using this address, then it's probably going to flag it because it's like, whoa, hold up. Why are you interacting with this address? Why you close translate? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I didn't close any translate thing, or I didn't do anything with translation. So maybe after the video is posted, you will be able to listen to it in different languages. Something really cool about YouTube now is they have auto dubbing, which I have turned on for the channel. So now you can listen to my voice. Well, it doesn't really sound like me, but you can listen to, I technically speak like 10 different languages now because of YouTube auto dubbing. So whether it's Spanish or French or um, like Arabic or whatever it may be, you can watch my videos now, which I think is pretty cool. What is all in the Tangem family pack? The Tangem family pack, I believe, is it's 2 sets of 3 cards. So you're getting 6 cards for a huge discount. Plus, you get that 15% off your order if you use the code Cyberskrilla. Again, if you're just joining, Tangem is having their sale right now until Thursday, this Thursday, May 15th. So it will end, that Friday. Thursday is the last day. Use my code Cyberskrilla. It's in the description as well as the link. If you just want to use a link, you get 15% off your entire order, and you get free shipping on orders over $89. So definitely take advantage of that deal. And even if you miss that deal, you watch this video later, or you just don't have the means to buy a wallet right now, that same code Cyberskrilla will always get you 10% off your order, no matter what day it is. Sergi, sorry if it was covered before. What countries will Tangem Pay be available upon launch? Europe and UK at first. Jerky Boy 2, congratulations on the newborn. Thank you. I'll probably have to wrap this up soon. I do hear baby crying in the background right now. Yep, Europe and UK. Open translate language. Sorry, I just don't know how to do that. Again, I think you'll be able to see it once the live is over. Can you talk more about being able to withdraw money with ATM? So I don't have like all the details. I only know what Tangem has told the public, but it's just going to work like any debit card. Like, let's say you have $1,000 worth of crypto on your Tangem Pay Visa wallet, and you want to turn that into cash. You would just stick that card into the ATM, and it's going to convert that crypto into cash and allow you to withdraw it. So it's really going to work that simple. Can you take off a Tangem card for a ring, or do you have to make a new wallet? Can you take off a Tangem card for a ring? I'm not sure. I'm sure this question is like super simple, but my brain, again, the lack of sleep, is like, it feels like mush when it comes to like some of these questions. If you could clarify that, I might be able to give you a better answer. Do you have a promo code for Ledger Flex? So any wallet that you buy, like literally any brand wallet on the market, just about, the code is the same. Use code Cyberskrilla, and you're either going to get some kind of discount, or in the case of Ledger, you get free Bitcoin with your wallet. So yeah, promo code for all wallets on the market, whether it's Engrave, One Key, Ledger, Trezor is the only one that doesn't have one, Tangem, Keystone, the code is the same. It's Cyberskrilla. That'll get you your discount or your free crypto. Any opinion on J Plus or MK4 compared to Tangem? So the J Plus and the MK4 are Bitcoin specific wallets. If you only own Bitcoin, so I think those are fine wallets. But I'm not like a Bitcoin maxi. I own a lot of different coins. So personally, for me, I don't really like using Bitcoin only wallets. It's more of a marketing thing. If you only hold Bitcoin, go for it. By Tangem, it allows you to, hold thousands of different cryptocurrencies in the wallet, and Tangem is going to be more convenient than both of those wallets. But again, if you just like want to buy some Bitcoin and store it, then I say like any of those wallets are fine. A2 Easy. How do I transfer crypto from Tangem to Ledger with low fees? I hold Bitcoin, Sol, and ETH. There's no way to really transfer with low fees because those cryptos are on those blockchains. You just have to pay those fees. Like Sol, you don't even have to worry about that. The fees to transfer on Solana, again, they're like a couple cents. ETH right now should be a good time because the Ethereum network is, I don't think it's super busy. So you're probably going to pay like $5 to $10 a transfer. Bitcoin, you just have to bite the bullet and pay the fees. But But depending on where you're at in the world, usually there are times where people are less active on the blockchain. That's going to be the best time to transact. So here, like in the States, for me, that would probably be between like midnight and 5 a.m. I'd probably get the cheapest fees. My wife and I have joint crypto accounts on Robinhood. Does Tangem have the same option, or would she need her own set of cards? You can't, like, there's no joint account in Tangem, but if you just want to have all your crypto on one wallet and both have access to it, of course you can do that, because you can either buy a 2-pack or a 3-pack, and then all you have to do is download the Tangem app on your phone, download it on her phone, and then as long as you both have one of the cards, you'll both be able to access and transact on that same wallet using your own individual phones. So yeah, you can technically have like joint accounts with the Tangem wallet. You just need to make sure that each person has a card associated with that wallet. Does Tangem wallet hold Baby Doge? Yes, it does. I think Baby Doge is a ERC20 token on Ethereum. If it is, Tangem supports every single ERC20 token. So any token that's on Ethereum, Tangem will support it. Yeah, whenever you're looking at like if a wallet supports a certain cryptocurrency, look at what networks it support. Like for example, if you're wondering like, oh, does Tangem support Pepe? It's not does Tangem support Pepe, it's does Tangem support the Ethereum blockchain network, because as long as it supports that blockchain network, it's going to support all the tokens on that network, technically. See, I heard that Doge has no privacy at all, completely traceable, and XRP is also relatively centralized and easy to trace. But when you have multiple coins, is it better to store them in different places? So the blockchain isn't supposed to be private. In fact, it's the complete opposite. Blockchain networks are digital public ledgers. So literally I could, if I could get your wallet address, I could type it in my computer right now and go look at how much crypto you have and all of your transactions. The blockchain is not private by any means. Again, it's anyone can view your wallet. Anyone can send you crypto if they have your address. So the privacy really comes from operational security and ensuring that you keep your addresses secure. So if you don't want anyone to, basically know like your wallet address is associated with you as a person, don't like share your wallet address on social media or with people in real life. And that's really how, in my opinion, how you remain private. Where are we at, guys? All right, we're almost to the bottom here. Let's bust these out. Do you think it will work if Tangem Pay is released and I buy it from another country to use in America? Do you think it would still work? Do you think it will work if Tangem Pay is released in America? No, it's not going to work. If Tangem Pay is released in Europe and you try to buy it and use it in the US, it's not going to work. They probably won't even send it to you. I wonder if you travel to Europe, buy the card there, and then come back to the US. It's still not going to work because I just don't think it will. Mary Ann K, when I set up the Tangem app, Cards and KYC, I use my married name. How do I change it to my maiden name? Well, when you set up Tangem, you don't do KYC. Like the current Tangem wallet, there's no KYC. So I'm not sure what you're talking about. You might be talking about using the buy and sell option, and you had to do KYC on like MoonPay or Change Now. If that's the case, you're going to need to go to their website. So go to MoonPay or Change Now or whatever provider you did the KYC with and update it there. That's has nothing to do with the Tangem wallet. A2Easy, thank you for all you do for the community. No, thank you guys for being here on I keep forgetting what day it is, on a Tuesday afternoon, at least where I am, and just hanging out with me. Like that means the world to me. So yeah, thank you guys and gals. Okay, take off card and replace with a ring and a wallet. So yeah, if you already set up a Tangem wallet, like let's say you have a 3-pack, so let's say you have 3 cards, And it sounds like what you're saying is you want to take one card out of that set and add in a ring. You can't do that. Now there is like a technical workaround. If your current Tangem cards, let's say you have a 3-pack and you have it set up with the seed phrase, then you can still buy the ring, which will come with 2 cards. You can still buy the ring and then set up the ring using that same seed phrase as your current wallet by importing the seed phrase into the ring. And that way it will be the same wallet. So you can technically do it, but only if you're using a seed phrase. Ardman, thank you. Thank you for watching. For Ledger Flex, do you have protective case on it? So I don't have the protective case on my Flex right now. In fact, I don't have it does come with well, actually, I don't know if it comes with it, but I did get a magnetic case that goes over it. It's like a folding case. But no, right now I don't have a protective case on it. So it just looks like this right now. You didn't answer my question. Not sure what your question was. So let me try to go back. This one, how could you do a review of Seed? I'm not sure what that is and not sure I would review it. I would have to look at it first. A2Z, for some reason, the promo code doesn't work when purchasing the Ledger Flex. It should definitely work. I know it works, actually. It's Cyber Skrilla. It's all one word. Make sure there's not a space at the end of the word. Look down in the description of this video. It's the same. Or just type in Ledger Flex review on YouTube. Go to my video there and use a link in the description, or just copy the code. Again, it's the same code as the one in this description. But just go to my Ledger Flex video, and that'll take you directly to the page where you get the free Bitcoin when you buy a Ledger wallet. Will we be able to choose between multiple Tangem Pay Visa cards like we have with our other wallet, or will there only be one card? I would imagine you can have as many Tangem Visa Pay cards as you want, but that's not confirmed, so I don't have an answer for you. Bruno Copland, can I create my own seed phrase in Tangem? Something that is always in my brain without having to write it. So you can't create your own seed phrase with cold wallets. That's not how seed phrases work. So BIP39's the BIP39 standard, which is what most cold wallets use to generate the seed phrases, 12 and 24 word seed phrases. So wallets like Tangem, Ledger, Trezor, if you have it set up that way, Keystone, basically all the wallets that use BIP39. So BIP39 is actually a predefined list of, I think, 2,048 words. And those words are what are used to generate the seed phrase. Now, the security comes from the insane number of combinations from those words. It's 2,048 different words. Think of all the different combinations of seed phrases you could have using that many words. It's extremely secure. The likelihood of someone guessing even like a 12-word seed phrase, you're more likely to get struck by lightning every day of your life and survive than someone is to guess your seed phrase, at least for now. So yeah, unfortunately, you can't like come up with your own words. The one thing you can do is you can create a seed phrase or generate a seed phrase using the wallet. And then if you want to, you can add a passphrase, also called a hidden wallet. And this allows you to create your own word or phrase on top of the existing seed phrase if you want like additional security, but you're always going to need that seed phrase to access your wallet. Again, there's no way to create your own seed phrase with your own words. You have to let the wallet generate it for you. Again, this is the BIP39 standard. This is how all seed phrases are generated, at least for wallets that use this standard, and it's from a predefined list of words. Mary Anna K, thank you so much. All right, guys, we're almost at an hour and a half here. So again, if you're just joining, we talked about a bunch of Tangem wallet questions as well as Tangem Pay, some huge updates. The video will be available once I end the stream and it's uploaded to YouTube so you can rewatch it. And if you're just joining, Tangem sale is live right now. You get 15% off your order using code CyberSkrilla. That code is in the description of this video, along with the link. You also get free shipping on orders over $89. Again, that sale ends Thursday is the last day to take advantage of it, May 15th. And even if you miss the sale, my code CyberSkrilla will always get you 10% off your order. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And let me answer like one more question. Gig, are the old cards garbage? if I create a new wallet for the Ring? No, because those cards are still going to have the keys on them unless you would factory reset them. So the way you would do that, like let's say you have your 3 cards. This is one wallet. Then you buy a new set that includes a Tangem Ring. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your Tangem Ring and you're going to import the seed phrase from this wallet onto the Ring. Only once you've done that, once you've confirmed that the seed phrase is imported on this wallet, then you can go back to these cards, go into the settings on the app, do a factory reset, and it'll make it basically a brand new wallet without any keys on it if you want to use it as a separate wallet. Or just even if you import the seed phrase onto the Ring, these cards will still have the keys on it. So you'll have 3 cards that are the same wallet as your Ring and the other 2 cards. So it just depends on what you want to do. Pick your favorite wallet today, Tangem, or not sure what wallet that is. But anyways, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope this was valuable, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, everyone. Have a good week, and God bless.